Hey chess buddies, it's been quite a while since I last posted about my tournament games or Magnus Carlsen's matches. Recently, I've been focusing on sharing chess traps and tricks. However, today, I'm excited to share a spectacular chess game that I played against the top engine, Rubi. I'm Stockfish 16, known as the Super Grandmaster of chess, so, let's delve into our game. I started the game with e4, rather than defending with e5. He goes for astonishing move d5. This move challenges for the Scandinavian defense, drives into the city where the knight targeting at the queen a5 followed by d4 and c6. This move invokes to prevent both d5 and b5 squares from the knight, and his long-term idea is supposed to be knight d7 to strike in the center and bishop b4 can create paralyzation for the knight, but as a super grandmaster, I have medicine for all disease. Go my other knight, let me show you my real spiritual power. My idea in this position is to play bishop c4 knight e5, join attack to the f7 vulnerable pawn which will meet up with e6. That's not an issue for me. As a god of chess, I can find numerous ways to attack my opponent in such a variation. Can you do it? Nah, you can only think of moving a pawn or exchanging a piece without a plan. Lol. Okay, in a couple of moves black played castle. By playing castle, he gives me the marvelous idea to awaken my pieces to execute an attack. Can you help me create a strategy to prepare for an attack? That's right, h4. Go my pawn, I will send my Russian army to destroy the black's camp. Maybe in the future I will play long castle and involve the rook on g-file. That's gonna be an interesting thing. And before we continue, let me share today's quote with you. I think anything is possible if you have the mindset, and the will and desire to do it and put the time in. Knight a6 and I go with g4, g5 is coming and you may notice that Stockfish might blunder that pawn. Well, come and take it. If you do it so then after castle, f5, stabilizes the knight's post, rook g1 bishop d7 and here comes the brilliant sacrifice rook takes g4. After you accept the sacrifice, you may have the greed to win another piece, but before that, face the power of the knight, threatening to capture the bishop. Then I will capture the e6 pawn with the double attack on the queen and king, by the support of the queen. So what should black do now? That's right, bishop e8, but your troubles doesn't get over as the another knight comes into the action. This poor pawn is still under attack and you might have sympathy for the pawn, but take a moment to admire my brave knights. It feels like two octopuses are squeezing your throat. Queen takes g4 and how can you survive against the lightning storm? The rooks flood on the g-file, you may try g6, weakening your position, face h5, your two-pawn structure is vulnerable to attacks from three pieces, including the rook, and remember, the move bishop takes e6 remains a significant threat. So back to the position, Rubi didn't capture the pawn because he is not a 2000 rated donkey like you. He played knight b4 to counter me. I shocked him by playing g5, come and take my rook. I have no problem with that. I am glad to donate my old clothes to the poor. Bishop captured knight e4 bishop d8 followed by rook g1. Here different rated players will take different approaches, like pushing the b pawns or moving the bishop buddies, preparing for c5, but let me remind you, if you give me only two extra moves by sliding your nonsense rook, I will play bishop h6 and h5, the g7 pawn is under attack, so g6 knight e5, pressuring against the structure, and in a sudden move, I will sacrifice my rook on g6. After you capture, queen g4 will retarget the pawn. And there is no way to prevent the poor pawn. My Alexander knights are heating up the surface of the chessboard and no matter what you will play, you will lose the game after I play queen h5 and queen to g6. It will be a checkmate in 6 moves, and let me tell you a quote about life. Learning to ignore things is one of the great paths to inner peace. So in this position, black doesn't have enough time to develop his position, he needs to attack immediately as he can, but I am god of chess. If you have desire to get my bishop, my duty is to serve you. Come and take my bishops. Black is astonished by my offensive tactics, g5 by force, bishop d3 c5 and I played h5, as I showed you earlier. My bishop and pawn is creating a vulnerable situation in this position. He captured the pawn and here comes the another strike with the knight. That's a spicy knight slides into the action. My strategy is that, I want to displace the queen from this line by sacking the knight, captured and it's not rook takes g6, because not all the rook sacrifices would work, it's bishop takes g6. Because you should keep the rook active in this g-file, do you follow me? Knight e5 is the final punch for this position, the rook is being under-attacked, unable to escape from the ladder trap, the king is completely vulnerable, your remaining pieces are undeveloped and completely garbage, so back to the position. Here Ruby didn't capture the knight. After I play knight d6, the d8 square is protected where the rook can't swim, bishop f6 take queen e4, my pieces are all together attacking on the g6 pawn. Let's see what Ruby does in this game, before Ruby plays any move. Imagine that you are playing with the black pieces against me in this position, what should you play now? The first move that would come to the inferior human brain to save the rook. Humans, you love your rook, you save your rook, but what's on me? Let me sacrifice my rook, you saved your rook, I sacks my rook, that's the difference between a rat and a lion. After you capture queen g6 will destroy your position in few moves, if the king slides away then knight f8 will demonstrate your position as a hell, right? So going back to the position. Black played bishop f7 to sacrifice his material to reduce some source of kingside attacks, caused by the knight. Now he retreats his knight, retreats his bishop, queen takes check take and I captured the pawn. The point is that after you capture, it will be a checkmate in 2 moves, so back to the position, he moved back his king, I captured the knight, rook comes on c8 to create some source of attacks along with the c-file, queen b4 queen c1 and apparently, looks like the white king is exposed. But that's not the actual truth, everything is protected by everybody, so here, he tried for queen f4, and in a couple of moves. I joined the knights together, these knights are creating vulnerable situation for the black position as the black king is completely exposed, both of the nonsense rooks are unable to move frequently and furthermore, rook h1 is coming. Queen takes d4 is a significant threat, so what should black do now? Black played rook f6, as it is the only move to hold the game for a long time, and now I am completely winning the game because I am material up. Hope you enjoyed my content very well. Is it so? Then don't forget to check out my recent videos on chess openings and tarps. So wish you all the best, thanks for watching, subscribe for more, bye bye, take care, see you soon.